make his fame, loves to drive that generally. Every Sunday with OMD. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night. Boarness is here, so don't you sweat, cause Bubba Duke and OMB are here to own this set. So sit back and enjoy tonight's best, cause it's time to roar at Boar's Nest. Bubba Duke is here and plays his game, looking to rock and take his fame. Loves to drive that generally, every Sunday with OMD. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I'm your host with the most, Bubba Duke. That's right, we're doing an open mic night tonight, and I am joined with Mr. Chris Best. And we had a new guy, Logan, with us, but he's having some technical difficulties by the looks of it. So when he gets back, we will hook him up on screen. I'm trying to figure out some other of my stuff because I forgot to load some things. When you're ready to go, Mr. Logan, just give us a thumbs up and we will get you back on screen so you can say hi to the people. There he is.
Hello.
That's Mr. Logan. How's it going?
Not bad. How are you guys?
Doing well. Just playing some NFL and having myself a chill Sunday basically right now.
Right.
Absolutely. Best time to have a chill day. Sunday.
Yeah.
Got Mama Bear. Hello, Mama Bear. Oh, welcome back, Bubba. It's been so long. Glad to see you feeling better. And hello, Mr. Best.
Hello, Mama Bear. I feel like I'm beginning to live on the Boar's Nest here because while in your absence, I've been helping out as much as I can, and I actually really have been enjoying doing these Sunday nights with you guys. So
right, it gets we get pretty wild sometimes here doing the Boar's Nest.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops, I hit the wrong button. But tonight, like I said, we're doing an open mic night, and to start off, because we have Mr. Logan here with us, and he's a new character on all of this. He's kind of got his own thing going on, but we're helping him through the Turnbuckle affiliation program. We're going to start with simple questions to just kind of get everybody used to who you are and what you're into.
Sounds good.
First question I always ask somebody that's new, and Mr. Best can vouch for this. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Oof, favorite movie of all time. If I had to absolutely pick one, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
That's actually a pretty good movie. Not going to lie.
I remember watching that in the theaters when it came out as a kid, and that was one of my favorite movies just ever. That intro scene with the starships, the war going on, getting to Grievous's ship, like how tense that beginning scene was, just really hit for me.
Even when Grievous offed Count Dooku, that was an epic scene. But you're the first one out of all of the Star Wars fandom that I've been involved in that picked a movie from the prequel trilogy that likes that movie. And you know what? I can't argue Episode 3, to be honest.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It was the last one before everything got really Disneyfied, and I know that's not really a word, but I mean, I went. I guess I went into theaters to see Force Awakens, and I was really excited to see that, and I thought it was really, really good. But then you get to Rise of Skywalker, and it's like, who are you, Rey? Rey who? Rey Skywalker. Oh, stop.
Right? Like,
oh man.
Yeah, it's not a. Yeah, you're the first person I've ever heard pick. Like, they usually go all the Star Wars movies because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
But to be specific as to like which episode, no, I'm a little biased, I would say, I guess. That I grew up with the original 3.
As did I.
So I'm kind of
looking at my VHS box set of the original 3 somewhere.
It's and it's just because of I love the whole aspect of they literally took simple things and made them better than what they were, like as far as like the claymation animations that they had to use to do the snow scene where he was running through the snow on that
snow monster thing. I was just like, because I was into that. I was
Mhm.
into the Muppets and all that kind of stuff when I was a kid. So to catch
And
that,
and
awesome.
I'm glad you brought up that was in Empire, right? Battle
Yep.
the
Yeah.
Battle on Hoth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because here's a little movie trivia that not a lot of people know. Steven Spielberg was originally contracted to direct that movie, but he couldn't because it was a
Yep.
non-union job.
I didn't know it was because of a non-union issue. I knew he was supposed to originally direct it, but I had no idea it was a union issue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a union issue big time.
Like the union basically said, you even think about it, you're gone.
Oof.
And he had projects in the works at that point.
E.T. was in the works at the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
that's
mean,
true, eh?
so
Yeah.
if you're working with this group and then you're like, oh, this is going to be a big moneymaker for me and whoever's associated with it because it's
Mhm.
completely different than anything that's ever been done. But then your union, these people over here go, no, because you have this, this, and this with us. It's a conflict of interest. So take your pick. Either this stuff goes on or you go do that.
And that's something that's still very, very prevalent in the film industry. If you're not union, you're
yeah.
gonna have a hard time finding work.
Oh, yeah.
When they filmed movies here in the Sioux.
How many? Yeah, I've had to sign union cards like you wouldn't believe just to be an extra.
To be an extra in a movie,
Yeah,
you have to be part of the union. So when Piper was here,
Oh, yeah.
how hard was it for you to be in that movie?
Very easy actually, because that was my first movie, and my connections were through my teachers who were friends with the director of the movie, and I through that became friends with the director myself. So he kept me around for not just working on the movie, but also doing some of the the behind the scenes stuff.
Nice. I unfortunately I was supposed to be a part of it because I was part of the SAW at that point. So all the wrestlers you see in the ring, other than the actors that were supposed to.
I still would have had that in too because that was Rob who organized that.
Yeah, that was our ring they used. It was our wrestlers they used in the locker rooms and outside the locker room. The referee was a guy that I was supposed to have a match with, a mask versus mask match.
Yeah,
I was supposed to take his, but I ended up getting called to go to work because the mine, when you're working at a job like that, it's, hey, we need you because somebody can't make it. Well, you got to drop what you're doing and go. So I missed it by an hour, really, to meet Piper, who is one of my favorite wrestlers.
I still wish I could have gotten a picture with Piper that day, but that memory of just him and I talking together, that's going to stay forever. It was just me and him one-on-one talking. Right. Yeah.
So while we're talking about favorite wrestlers, so I mean, this guy here is my ultimate. Wish I could have met him. A lot of the wrestling I did was I literally stole from Eddie. I'm not gonna lie, I stole it from Eddie. Do you, Logan, have a wrestler that you're like, that's the guy? If I could ever be a Make-A-Wish kid, that's the guy I'm meeting.
Well,
or woman, for that matter.
I have him somewhere over here. Where the heck is he?
Does your camera literally follow where you go?
Oh yeah. It's I bought it on Amazon. It's a new AI camera. Oh.
Bro, he's pulling Funkos out.
I know he's not very popular right now, but
Triple H.
Yeah. As a kid, I was fascinated with the fact that everyone wanted to see him get beat, and he never really did. The Reign of Terror, 2002, 2004, even parts of 2005. Just that guy had a chokehold on the World Heavyweight Championship, and he made you believe that title was so important that he would literally die for it.
No word of a lie. Like throughout 2002 to 2004, we were paying money to see who was going to take that belt off of him.
Well, you were paying money. Listen, this is what we were paying money for as kids. And I don't know how old Logan is, but as far as you and I, Mr. Best, we paid money to see who was going to beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania to finally beat the streak, and who was going to beat Triple H for that title.
Yeah.
And
that's literally what I was paying money for when I was younger.
And we were also paying money to see Hulk Hogan and who he was going to beat up.
Yeah, well, the NWO back in the day, like, let's be honest, anything NWO, you didn't even think twice. You were like,
Mhm.
take my money.
Honestly, I still have my old 1998 NWO jersey.
Oh,
Jeez,
nice.
that's rare.
Yeah,
Still have those in good shape.
yeah, it's in surprisingly good shape. I don't wear it that often. Like it stays more or less just hung up just to be on the safe side, but it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I get that one. But all time favorite title, and it doesn't have to be within WWE. I'm talking if you had the money to buy any title from any wrestling division within the entire world,
Mhm.
one title, what would that title be?
Um, hmm. So usually I would want to say the WWE or WCW Big Gold because that's just a classic. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna go a
Yeah.
little off the wall with this one because everyone picks that big gold belt. The old IWGP Heavyweight Championship, the one that Nakamura and Lesnar would have fought over.
so
Oh,
the
that's
second
such a.
rendition of the
I believe so. Yeah,
yeah, I think that was the
that
second.
almost that big oval octagonal shape to it.
It was such a
Yeah,
beautiful belt.
It's
that was the
so pretty.
second rendition of that
Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
Beautiful title. I like that idea. Best. What was yours all time that you, if you could afford it right now, that's the one you're buying?
Mine's too obvious. The Winged Eagle. I
Yeah,
absolutely love that belt.
that's every, and like you said, Logan, everyone's either the big gold or the winged eagle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
But
personally. Oh, go ahead.
it's also not just that one, but it's also the 10 pounds of gold, the NWA title too.
NWA.
Everybody,
Yeah.
yeah.
That for us older guys that understand the nostalgia of that title,
Hmm.
where that's where you got an order that it goes. It goes to 10 pounds of gold. The winged eagle and the gold are side by side, and then everything else falls underneath that. I personally, I want the original Gift of the Gods title from Lucha Underground, where the tokens come out. They're magnetic.
Oh.
Every token in each section of that belt comes out.
Yeah.
So you can have a tournament, and the winner gets the title and puts all the tokens in it because they won them all. To me,
Huh.
that concept of that title just reinvigorated my love for the lucha wrestling.
Yeah, so because I didn't get to see Lucha Underground the way you described it, and I'm gonna go a little bit nerdy here from what I
Go ahead.
remember of the show, but it kind of makes me think of Dragon Ball Z when
Totally.
Goku had to get all the Dragon Balls to power himself up.
That's totally what it is.
Yeah,
To make your wish, you had to get all the Dragon Balls, put them
yeah,
together, and then you summon Shenron the Dragon. Well, what
yeah,
happens here in Lucha Underground is each person has a match, and there's a token on the line. Whoever wins gets the token, and then they move on to face whoever wins another token, and then you keep gathering the tokens. And when you win them all, you face the person that has the belt, and then you have to win the belt, or you lose and you lose all your tokens, and that person wins, retaining the title.
yeah.
So,
Now there,
yeah, go ahead.
now there is another championship I've been really finding myself really attracted to, and if I had the chance, I would also buy it, and that's the AAA Mega Championship.
Yeah.
See, I like that title, but I feel they definitely need to update it.
Oh no,
Like
I
New
like that old school.
Japan does,
I,
where they.
I like that old school look to the belt.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad look. I'm not saying it's disgusting and ugly. I just think because you are part of WWE now, see if you can't use a little, a little rub and say, hey, can we get our title, and we want it to look like this now, like it's just a rendition of what we have, but it's updated, more shiny, more pizzazz to it, more because it doesn't scream mega champion.
No.
It just screams, I'm a heavyweight champion. Big deal.
I say I think the only thing that belt, like if I only had a one complaint about that belt, which is very minimal, the new UFC titles very octagonal in shape.
Looks exactly.
I find that exactly the same thing. Like I find that like the Mega
Mhm.
Championship looks much better as like that octagonal shape, where the old UFC titles, the one like Brock would have won and Randy Couture,
Yeah.
those were really good for their kind of era.
Yeah.
But like I find that it almost like looks like a dinner plate, and I think that looks perfect for how the lucha, not in the way that it looks like a dinner plate that they eat, but in the sense that it has that prestige look to it. If they added like a little bit of like gold trimmings to it, I think that would be like you were saying, like add a little pizzazz to it, would be kind of sick.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised Dominic hasn't updated the title. In all honesty, like who wants to be carrying around this faded looking beat up title?
Dude,
at his age.
When he came out to it with it last night, it was shined up nice.
Did he polish it nice?
Yeah.
I missed last night. I wasn't feeling very good. So
when he shows up on AAA with that title, it looks great on screen.
He had it shiny.
Yeah.
So maybe that's all it needed. It just needed to be polished.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe underneath all the wear and tear of, being their title for how many years, it just needed somebody to take care of it and buff it out.
Yeah, and going back to the new UFC belts, I hate those looks. I hate them.
Honestly, I don't even know.
That was the first one, and just like, looks like a big silver stop sign.
Yeah, it's a big silver stop sign, as Logan had pointed out.
Yeah, I think because The Rock presented the first BMF title between Masvidal and who was it? Masvidal and Diaz, something like that.
Yeah, I think that was the fight.
And like The Rock came out and like it looked like it was a stop sign just on his shoulder, and he just kind of carried it. I was like, this looks so weird. This doesn't represent what the UFC kind of stands for, and like that almost prestige. Like, yes, we are the real fighters. We're gonna beat the crap out of each other all night.
Yeah, we'll go all night. Yeah, that's weird, dude. Because like you were saying, the ones that I remember looked like an octagon, and it said UFC across the middle of it with a bunch of diamonds and all this other stuff with it.
Yeah, and it had a cage background. It looked it looked like a championship worth winning.
Yeah,
it
so
almost
now you're saying silver.
The plate almost looked like the undisputed title.
Yeah.
That's the way I kind of remember that era, as being like, oh, almost the undisputed title versus the UFC title, very similar in look. And then the spinner title replaced the undisputed.
Well,
never really got that same look again.
But why would you change something, especially in a company like that? Why would you go from trying to be the gold standard, so to speak,
right,
dropping your titles to a silver? To me, that just admits that you're not number one anymore. So let's just go with the silver color and make it mundane looking. Like that's weird. Why would you do that? I remember. Okay, so let's go to the what is this? The fourth rendition of the Intercontinental title now. So they had the round one.
There was Pat Patterson's version. Then the version that we grew up with, that's more synonymous with like Razor Ramon, Goldust, those guys.
Yeah, the octagon, not octagon, but it looked.
Then there's the oval one. Then the one Cody Rhodes brought back, which is basically
the same one,
revamped version of
Yeah.
So we're basically on the fourth design.
So before it got to Jey Uso, I remember saying, and I'm sure Best remembers this, dude, that I don't like the title. It's too plain. It was too flat. There was no.
We all said the same thing because there was no color to it.
There was nothing to it, and I'm like, I'm not liking this title till they fix it. And within 2 weeks, Jey Uso wins the title, and then he comes out and it's got the blue patches for the water on it now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now that's the Intercontinental title. I like that. And that's all it took.
They almost went to black and metal silver with it, just because like almost looks like the new tag team titles, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like those
same kind of color stylings.
I don't like those neither. We won't get me started on those tag titles.
No, I have the old. I have the old one, so it's like I have the much better version.
I like the one. If you're talking about the ones on SmackDown, I actually like those ones because they are very reminiscent of the Bulldog titles.
They are.
Yeah,
they are. They even said that they're a shout out to those titles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carl.
Yeah.
I love those ones.
But it's the Raw titles.
Yeah, almost still looks like a plate.
Like
It looks like it looks like a giant loony.
Yeah.
And not a good rendition of a loony neither. Like the first draft on a piece of paper, loony, not the this is their first test stamp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, we got that now. No, this one looks like a kid drew it on a piece of paper. Went, okay, here's your title. Do you remember those titles when we had titles like that when we were doing backyard wrestling and stuff?
Yep.
It was a piece of paper on cardboard. That's what the raw titles look like to me. Just like get rid of them. They're garbage. They don't match anything. They don't look like if I was a tag team, if I was with you, Best, and we were I would tell you right now, we're going to SmackDown to get real titles.
I'd be with you because that's where the better tag team competition is too. In some cases.
Yeah, the Raw division's a little dead.
Yeah, right? Like, what happened?
Especially when the Usos have the titles, too. It's like, how can you have a dead division like that? That's crazy.
Although that's not to say, I'm actually looking forward to the tag team title match tomorrow night. So,
what? Who's wrestling tomorrow night? By the way, I didn't miss that one.
Oh, sorry, it's not a tag title match; it's a non-title match. But I'm looking forward to it regardless. It's the Usos taking on the Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. And I think that's going to lead to them having a tag team title match at Mania anyways.
Yeah, because I think right now reports are saying that Braun's supposed to go back to the Performance Center this week to possibly come back for Mania, so we still might see Rollins versus Breaker rather than Rollins versus Paul too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want... No. Get that guy away from my ring. As a wrestler, I've said this 100 times, as a wrestler in the ring, amazing. The guy does stuff that I didn't think he could.
Yeah.
If he would just shut up and not talk.
Yeah.
If he didn't talk, he would be perfect. Get him to do sign language. Then I don't know what he's saying. You know what I mean? And I don't have to listen to him. But otherwise, no, the guy can wrestle. The guy deserves to be in big matches because he's proven time and time again. You put him in these spots, and he pulls some amazing stuff off for us. Like jumping from top rope to top rope and slamming in the middle of the ring and making it look completely devastating. And
yeah.
Like, what was it, his second match or his third match? He went against Roman at Crown Jewel.
Like, for real, you know what I mean?
And he took it to Roman. It's like, like I thought at one point they might have pulled that trigger just to see, but nah. I don't know why I doubted Roman on that one, but it was just like you almost felt it. You almost felt it just a little bit.
It was good to find out though that he didn't just pay his way into the ring right away. He actually went and did time. He put in his time to learn the art of wrestling. So I can't really step on his toes too hard, but bro, shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't talk. Just wrestle. I know a lot of people that never touched the mic and wrestled and had great careers. Legendary, some even would be. But, dude, just shut up.
Yeah, but the thing is, when he talks, he draws heat like you wouldn't believe.
I mean, again, playing the heel, right?
Yeah.
He's doing his job and doing it well because I hate the guy when he talks. I hate him. So he's doing his job well. Again, at the same time, that goes along with the in-ring performance. Doing a great job, guy. You're selling me that you're the ultimate heel in heel history. That you're trying to take the top stop from Razor Ramon, the ultimate bad guy. You're trying to be better than him, and you're selling me on it, dude. You are because you can talk.
And that's what I tried to get across to my old roommate one time, because at one time he came out and he said, I hate The Miz as a person. I'm like, okay, well, what makes you hate The Miz as a person?
You don't even know.
Like, that's where I'm getting to. I'm like, okay, well, why do you hate The Miz as a person? And he goes, well, I hate the way he is in the ring. I'm like, okay, then you hate The Miz, the character, because you don't know The Miz, the person.
Yeah, exactly. And I have met Miz, the person.
Mm-hmm.
Great guy.
Fantastic dude from what I've heard.
Great guy. Would give you the shirt off his back if that was what it was needed. He would.
Mm-hmm.
no questions. Great guy. I had a question and I can't remember it now because we were talking about the Miz. Okay, so let's continue with the Miz. Where do we see the Miz at WrestleMania time? Where do we see? What do we see him doing for WrestleMania? What do you think, Best?
I want to say he's tag teaming with Kit Wilson against Danhausen, but I don't know who Danhausen picks. Yeah, okay, Jelly Roll.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
If you put, because the Miz and Danhausen are having their issues right now.
Yeah.
Kit's trying to get in with the Miz. The Miz is having issues with, or Kit Wilson's having issues with Jelly Roll. So there's a whole dynamic of putting these two characters together because this guy really just wants to worship the greatest champion of all time in his mind, being the Miz. Yeah. And I get Jelly Roll thinks that Danhausen's a little bit of a weird, odd duck. You know, the country boy doesn't get this whole I'm a vampire and I can curse you kind of thing. I get that. But what a great combination those two guys would be because they're two opposite ends of what I would like to call reality.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of throwing those four guys in a match at like mid-card on, say, day 2 of WrestleMania?
That would be your celebrity match for the year.
Yeah.
Right? And then Danhausen gets a little exposure at WrestleMania. We all get to see what kind of a great wrestler he truly is. And the haters can shut their mouths.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people like, and some of the wrestling groups that I belong to who don't know Danhausen outside of WWE. So I'm like, dude, just seriously, Google Danhausen matches. You will be entertained.
So here's my question. Logan, you know who Danhausen is, how good he is?
Oh, yeah.
Heard of him? Yeah. What's your thought of him? Number one, going into that match. Number two, just being in WWE, period.
I was excited to see him. I know that not many people were excited about how he debuted.
Odd.
A bit different. I mean, I still thought it would have been funny to have Jericho come out in a certain way, but I had that explained in a video where it was just like, you open the box and you look at the bottom and just the list of Jericho sitting there, and Aldis and Pierce pick it up and go, why this big of a box for just a list? And then they lift it up and you see that it's the list of Jericho. I thought that would have been good. But I mean, now that he's in WWE, it just, everyone doubted his ability to sell merch and entertain. And now everyone's absolutely flattered with him. And it's like, if you look at his AEW stuff, like, he's absolutely hilarious. My favorite clip still to this day of AEW anything is him cursing William Regal and Regal selling it like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
So good.
That was probably some of my favorite AEW right there, was having Danhausen and one of my favorite wrestlers from when I was growing up, Regal, and just Danhausen going, "You're cursed," and Regal losing his mind, like, "No, I don't know, I can't." And just the storyline, that was like a month and a half long storyline that, in my eye, could have kept going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They could have milked that for more. Go ahead, Best.
And that's what we're getting right now too, even over on SmackDown, because like the Miz, after encountering Danhausen this past Friday, he talked about like a ladder falling on him. A ladder did fall on him in the segment, and then over on Raw, we got Kofi and Grayson Waller who are like, maybe the curse is real or something like that.
Right. And that's the best part, because it's not just Raw and or SmackDown. They kind of let Danhausen kind of go have fun on both, see what kind of pop you can get, and that's kind of where we're going to kind of have you kind of, we'll put a match together here because you got more of a pop here. Is how I feel that they're doing it. Regardless, Danhausen, as far as I'm concerned, dynamite. If you let him be the creative guy that he is, and you let him run with his storyline, you're making money. Look at the T-shirt sales for him already.
He's one of the top sellers right now.
He's like, I just for shits and giggles, want to say he's like 10 t-shirts away from being where Jey Uso has been for the longest time.
Yeah, Jey Uso's still up there.
Yeah. So while we're talking about t-shirts and everything else, ladies and gentlemen, let us take a quick break. Get your pens and papers and write down, because I'm showing you the calendar first, everything that's going on, and then we'll jump into some other commercials, and we'll be right back.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursday we go TNA as we brace for Impact at 9 p.m. On Fridays, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later that night, we have the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. And please visit turnbucklestudios.org.
A Turnbuckle Affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
That's everything we have going on. Check us out, turnbucklestudios.org. Meet the crew, do some shopping. You could even apply for a spot here at Turnbuckle Studios and the affiliation program. Like Logan did himself, he comes here, gets some help from us, and helps improve his product. All right, gentlemen, another side note, just to give a side note, keep an eye on that calendar. There is going to be some scheduling changes, some new shows, some old shows coming back. Just keep an eye out on that, please, because things do change quite a bit. Awesome. All right, guys. So we're talking WrestleMania is what, 30 days away, maybe?
Close to it. We're about a month away.
Give or take a day or two. What is one match or one segment that you were looking forward to? And it's the whole weekend. I'm not just one, day two. The whole weekend. What is one match that you really want to see on one of these 2 days? Let's go with Mr. Logan first, because you're the guest.
If I had to pick a match right now, it's got to be Brock and Oba. Brock has done enough things with his career in and out of WWE. He doesn't really need another big win at Mania. I mean, he couldn't put over Omos at 39. So, I mean, let Oba have his moment, because Oba's here to stay. And Oba's going to be the next big thing over the next 10 to 15 years, whether it be him or Braun Breaker. You're going to see probably, I'd say, 7 to 10 main events between the two of them. Yeah. So, I mean, might as well let him have his moment in the sun, and Brock's going to retire at SummerSlam in his home state, or his home city or home state anyway. So, I mean, let Oba have that build and let him become the monster that we all know he should become.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Mr. Best, what's your thoughts?
I'm actually with Logan on Oba and Brock Lesnar, because I'm still flabbergasted at the way Oba Femi manhandled Brock Lesnar on Raw.
Right? That was breathtaking to see somebody have the ability to manhandle Brock Lesnar like Brock Lesnar did at that age.
Yeah, and I think the last time I saw Brock Lesnar get roughed up like that, I think it was the Survivor Series 2002 when he defended the title against Big Show. And Big Show even then Big Show had a tough time in that matchup.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Big Show had a tough time in any match because of the size. He's athletic, yes, but at a certain point, your body just says, "You know what, bro? I can't do this," and he just pushed it.
Yeah, but in 2002, Big Show was still in pretty good shape. He was still able to move the way he did.
Still against a quicker, beefier, more agile guy like Brock Lesnar, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, and here's the thing though: Brock Lesnar was not victorious in that matchup. Big Show ended up taking the belt off him.
Well, I mean, he had to fight for it.
It took Paul Heyman helping Big Show out, though.
Yeah, always Paul Heyman. I am looking forward to this match as well, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing where the women's titles are headed and who's going to win them. Because I want Rhea to win, because it's Rhea. She's basically the Brock Lesnar of the women's division, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
She can't do nothing wrong. She is a money grab wherever you put her. She's putting asses in seats, therefore making me money, kind of thing, right? So, and then the other match, like, holy cow, who's going to win this one? Like, where do we see that match going? Like, for real, that's a toss-up. But at the same time, it's going to be epic. 2 nights of Mania. For the last, 3-4 years that they've done it, maybe longer. I can't remember now. It's just seems now.
I think it's year 6 of 2 nights now.
Right? Such a normal thing for us to be saying WrestleMania is 2 nights now. Back when we were growing up, it was 1 night of complete chaos and pandemonium and fireworks and oh my god, did that guy just die?
Yeah, and I'm glad they went to the 2 nights, because WrestleMania 32 specifically was a slog for me to get through. That was 7.5 hours of wrestling, and that was too much for my liking.
Yeah. No, right? Like, it just was too much then. You go from, it's a 3-hour pay-per-view to, well, we got no limit now, so let's just make it let's just keep going. And it's a 7-hour extravaganza of, okay, I don't like these 2 guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. Quick, get my snacks. Come back. And then halfway through your favorite match, you're like, oh, dude, I drank my pop too fast. Oh, I gotta pee. And you're doing the pee wiggle in your seat. Or you're at the theater, because they used to do it at the theater here. And you don't want to move because you're going to miss something. So it's like, what do we do? What do you do? Hey, Mom, can you be my gopher for the next 7 hours to get me food and a bottle to pee in? Like, for real?
Here's what, when OMD and I used to do this, because we used to go to the bar for the pay-per-views, and we also used to go to the theaters for them as well. Carl and I used to go to the theaters for them, actually. And we'd always pick the one match that we knew was going to be the break match.
90% of the time back then, too, it was the women's matches. No offense, but they just weren't that good.
And what I mean by break match is, like, we go to the concession stands, go out and have a smoke, go to the bathroom, whatever,
Yeah. No, you took your minute to stretch and go back to the action.
Yeah.
I remember even staying at home watching it on pay-per-view. I remember doing that. We'd be like, okay, this is the match that we go get our refill on popcorn and our pop and use the bathroom and, go outside because we couldn't smoke in the house because, parents didn't know we smoked. You know what I mean? Like, you just, I got to go for a quick walk.
And even before, like, Yeah, even before we started doing the PLE patrol, I still had those matches. But
Yep.
I'm in a state right now, like where my apartment, like my TV overlooks my balcony window. So like if I go out to my balcony to have a smoke or whatever, I can
Nice.
open up the window and I can listen to what's going on in the match and still see what's going on.
So you're not missing
Or
anything.
or I mean, pull out the mobile device now and watch wrestling
Right?
while I'm having my
Is
break.
So let's go to this nostalgia row here for
Mhm.
you and I anyway, because I really don't know how old Logan is. How old are you anyway? Like roughly?
I'm 28.
Fuck, you're still a pup.
He's wet behind the ears.
Yeah, bro, you have no clue what we're talking about when we're like pay-per-views were pay-per-views.
Oh no,
he gets it. He gets
Oh
it.
yeah,
I know.
it's so weird because like I got a lot of friends that like they watched wrestling from like 2010 and 2011 onward.
Yeah.
My first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 14. I was only 11 months old, but like I just my dad and I have been watching that ever since. Well, me now, but when I was a kid, that's how I started.
Nice.
That makes me feel old because my first WrestleMania that I remember was WrestleMania 2. Okay, Bubba's older. Because I told Piper this, like the first match I do remember was from WrestleMania 2, and it was Piper, Mr. T boxing match.
Oh yeah.
That was good though. So let's rewind here a little bit and go back to the how much more did you appreciate wrestling before media, before all this stuff, the internet and whatnot? Did you appreciate it more then because it was such a harder thing to get to? Or do you appreciate it more now because it's so easy to get to it and show your kids, hey, this is wrestling. This is what I grew up on. Which way do you like it more? Do you like it where it was a little more harder to get to? It was like literally pay-per-views and your closed circuit TV every now and then you got a Raw or a match? Or do you like it better that you're more able to get to it easier? Logan, what do you think? What do you even know what it was like? Like, did you? Because you didn't live through that, really.
Like, I remember when the closest you could get to wrestling was going on your computer and going just to WWE.com and just trying to find out what happened. If you missed Monday Night Raw, you'd have to go onto like their recaps on the website. I remember getting a subscription to WWE Magazine. I still have a few of those kicking around somewhere over here, but
somewhere.
Somewhere around here. I got somewhere on this bookshelf behind me. But I am a sucker for nostalgia, but it is much easier now because my daughter loves wrestling and she loves watching it with me and everything else. So I've just kind of passed that on to her, and
which is what I'm doing.
It definitely helps that now you can just go on Netflix and be like, cool, I can show her, Brock Goldberg at Survivor Series if I want to. I can show her. I try to stay away from a lot of most of the Attitude Era stuff and some of the Ruthless Aggression because the little Vince McMahon dicey booking, but
I get that. But you can even
at some point
stuff that I watched, like WrestleMania 1.
Yeah, we actually watched WrestleMania 9. I asked her to pick a number between 1 and 41, and she said 9. And I was like, all right, we got to watch one of the worst WrestleManias of all time, but that's fine.
I feel like I'm one of those ones that doesn't look at WrestleMania 9 as one of the worst ones because that was the first WrestleMania I ordered on pay-per-view.
Oh, nice.
When it became available in our city. So yeah, I look at when I go to watch that show, I don't see like what the critics are seeing. I watch it like through like what I was like when I was 10 years old watching it.
Nostalgia lens, yeah.
Yeah.
So you like it better now because it's more readily available, is what you're saying?
Pretty much. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier, especially for like trying to make it more mainstream and letting everybody into the circle. Because that's the one thing I really don't like about wrestling fans in general is that there's such like tribalism and like they try to gatekeep like wrestling from other people. And it's like, just enjoy it. Like if you like New Japan, like New Japan. If you like AEW, like AEW. You want to watch whatever you want to watch, go ahead. The world is your oyster.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
No,
I'm the type too that like when somebody's like new to wrestling and they want to know like why are these two guys fighting, I will give the entire backstory to why they're fighting. Bubba can attest to this because there's been several events that Bubba would miss out on, but
yeah,
he would come to me or OMD or even Chris Parrish or actually any one of us,
yeah,
and we'd give him like the lowdown on everything that happened right up until that point.
yeah.
Nice.
Because at work, I literally have my phone in a cup holder and I have an earbud in. I'm listening, but at the same time, I'm not really because I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
So it's like I catch bits and parts. So I'm like, hey, boys, I'm going to be off on Monday. What in the world has been going on?
Yeah.
And I'll either get a reply right away, best, hey, get online, let's talk. And he'll tell me like 2 weeks worth of wrestling that's happened on Raw, and I'll be all caught up, and I won't look so silly on the show. So it's nice. But
I
Best,
I could try.
what is
Sorry, go
your
ahead.
thoughts? Did you like the aspect of when we were growing up where it was literally you had to wait for pay-per-views and the TVs, or do you like it more now where it's just like I said, it's more readily available? What did you
Yeah.
prefer?
I kind of right now I feel like I take what we have right now for granted because it's so much easier to access everything. And I
Okay,
mean everything because like WCW has its own YouTube channel now.
right?
There's the WWE Vault. There's Netflix now where I can, if I want to watch WrestleMania 5, for instance, I can load up WrestleMania 5 right now and watch it. Um,
Right?
but back then, I kind of miss that challenge to find those shows to watch them. Like I remember, like if I wanted on a weekend, if I wanted to go and rent a wrestling tape from like Blockbuster or Video Network, I
Right.
would literally travel around the city trying to find
You,
the event that I want to watch.
yeah, I remember doing that.
But as
Jumping
far as
from,
like
yeah,
the monthly pay per views, that didn't really affect me up until I used to have to wait till like if I knew something special was going to happen, I'd be like, okay, I want to watch this pay per view. Like the '98 Royal Rumble, for instance, I wanted to watch that because I knew Mike Tyson was going to be on that show. I knew
okay,
I knew the storyline of Stone Cold Steve Austin going into the Royal Rumble. Was he going to make it? Was somebody going to take him out beforehand? Um, I knew that that was the start to the build to WrestleMania 14, and that was just I knew that that was going to be something special right there, and I had to watch that show.
nice.
But come September '99, when I started going to the bars with OMD to watch the pay per view,
Okay,
that's when I think I started to take it a little more granted because I was able to go every month to catch every pay per view, and I didn't have to go online. There was maybe one instance where the bar wasn't showing it, and I actually had to go online, and I used nodq.com to go online to get the up to date information on what was going on that night.
so I liked the aspect of wrestling back then when I
Mhm.
was because you literally were like, okay, I only have so much money. So what pay-per-views do I really want to save my money for? Obviously, WrestleMania.
Mhm.
First one you say you're watching WrestleMania, period. Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and there was another one that I always watched.
Survivor Series, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Those were
Usually your big
the
four.
main four. If I
Yeah.
had extra money and I was like, ooh, what's the storyline? And I would watch TV, catch it on TV to catch up on what's going on.
Yeah.
See what because they were always building for the next pay per view, like they always are. They're always building for the next pay per view. So if it was something I wasn't really, it's not too interesting, I'm going to save my money and
Mhm.
I'll wait till the next one. So I liked that aspect where you had to be tuned in,
Yeah.
had to be watching to understand what was going on. There was no way you were making it up at that point in time. You weren't going to be able to, because I didn't have a VCR to record it.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, I was told that recording wrestling and sports events was against the law, so I wouldn't do it.
It really
Right?
wasn't though.
But it wasn't, but I was told it was. And I think it was just somebody didn't want me using up all the tape to record stuff because they were recording soap operas and stuff on it, right?
Yeah.
and they had it already used.
Yeah.
So I couldn't use it. So
Whereas,
like,
whereas for me, anytime we knew we were ordering a pay-per-view, dude, we were going to Zellers and buying a pack of those 6-hour VHS tapes.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, we're firing up the VCR. We're recording this show because we paid $60 for this show.
Well, and on top of that, your buddy put money into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you always did a watch party with all your buddies.
Yep.
And one buddy couldn't make it, so you'd record it and be like, "Here you go, bro. You can watch the show."
Oh yeah, we used to do that. We used to do tape trading. Like all my wrestling buddies in the schoolyard would do some tape trading and re-record everything. That's how I watched the '96 Royal Rumble.
We didn't trade baseball cards. We traded wrestling tapes.
Yeah.
When I was younger, it was always wrestling tapes. Never baseball cards, hockey cards, none of that. It was wrestling tapes, and we always had like SummerSlam '93, WrestleMania, 2. Like we were always passing them around. It was so great because it made it more of a community to me.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me that sense of, hey, I got real friends, because we graduated from watching wrestling to doing the backyard wrestling when we got older.
Yep.
To becoming, a couple of us became actual professional, like quote unquote professional wrestlers. Trained, not very well, but trained to do it safely, blah, blah, blah. So to me, the nostalgia of those days, I love it. But fast forward to, dude, I'm 45 now. I got a daughter that is coming around to wrestling's cool. And she is absolutely in love with Rhea and Io and this whole women's revolution or evolution, whatever you want to call it. She's down for any time there's wrestling, she's watching it.
Yeah,
so
like
I
when
told her that, hey, if you log into Dad's Netflix, you can go on and get all the wrestling, because you can't get it on the kid one.
No.
Yeah.
So I was like, just log into Daddy's and I'll show you. It's all right here. Dude, I caught her. She spent 2 nights here, this Friday, Saturday. And I caught her watching, on my computer, watching wrestling, on the TV, watching Hot Wheels racing, and on her tablet, playing Roblox. I'm like, if I multitasked like that when I was a kid, my head would have exploded. Like, and I have ADHD, and that was too much for me. I had to walk away. I'm like, babe, do you know what's going on? Oh yeah, Rhea just beat blah 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 in that match, and now we're watching another one. I'm like, oh, what's going on this one? Oh, the race car that says Hot Wheels on it with the boy. He just won the race and saved his friend. Oh, what are you doing on Roblox? Oh, I'm jumping from this platform to that platform to get all the way up to the top so I can win a prize. What? I have a hard enough time concentrating to take a poop. Forget 3 different things on the go. Like, let's be real. So the aspect to all the story to tell you, the aspect now of having it at your fingertips, I agree, Mr. Best. I kind of take it for granted. And I really shouldn't, and nobody should, because literally at the click of a finger, this could all go away. And where are we? We're back to this.
I'm back to hooking up my VCR because I still have all my things. I still have all my tapes from all the past Raws from the Attitude Era and all that stuff on VHS.
I'm sure if I look through my bin, I'm sure I got old wrestling tapes somewhere on VHS, SVHS, and VHS, because I had both. I bet you I'll go back there and I'll look. I even probably have some on beta. Like, let's be real.
I remember when I first.
That's how old I am.
I remember when I first watched WrestleMania 1. It was on beta.
My woman just walks to the TV right here and goes, beta. Like, you old fart.
Dude, I remember watching WrestleMania 1 on beta.
Right?
My mom's boyfriend at the time had a copy of it on beta, and there wasn't very many WWF stuff on beta at that time, but WrestleMania 1 was there.
To be honest.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 1 was the first. This is what started WWE onto the video aspect of their whole uh, getting it out to people.
Mm-hmm.
Was beta, was WrestleMania 1, because he went over the top, spent money he didn't even have really, in hopes that it was going to be a sellout so that he could make money back. A lot of people don't realize if WrestleMania number 1 would not have been as big as it was, we wouldn't have wrestling the way we have it today. We wouldn't.
No.
No.
Because he literally took out loans to get everything together for WrestleMania 1.
So he mortgaged his mansion in Connecticut, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like he had
he put his house up, and MTV also was risking a lot too because of everything that they were doing, because there was that partnership that formed beforehand. It was an all or nothing thing for both companies.
True.
Yeah, because they did the what we call pay-per-view, but back then it was the closed circuit television.
Mm-hmm.
You had to pay for that to get to watch WrestleMania 1. So not a lot of people you had to go buy these boxes from your company in town, like the phone company.
Yeah.
To get it to work, to hook up to your TV. Like, it was a whole fiasco in its own.
You actually just reminded me of the time I watched WrestleMania 7 on closed circuit and how cool that event was, because it was held at the Holiday Inn downtown in our city. Logan, you're from the Sioux as well, correct? Yeah. So the Holiday Inn downtown by the Station Mall, they had the big conference room down there for WrestleMania 7, and they had a merch stand. They had draws, all kinds of stuff going on there. It was awesome.
The best part about and you'll never understand this, I don't think, but the best part of watching the closed circuit television was the fact that it looked like it was literally just a 9mm reel being played.
Yeah,
like the old school reels.
But it was
that grainy style that made it feel more authentic.
Yeah, it was just awesome.
It was all of us like gathered in one room, giant screens on like 6 different walls, and food being served from every which way. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm surprised, and this is what kills me. All these wrestling things that you have been to, Mr. Best.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. How the hell we never met or ran into each other,
right?
Or anything? It blows my mind.
That's what I say to OMD for the 2 house shows that we went to. Like, how is it that we didn't meet then? Because I met a lot of people both those nights.
It's just, and this is the best part about wrestling, is this happens a lot where you're in the same building as somebody else. You don't have a clue who they are, and then like 2 months, 3 months down the road, you happen to just bump into each other through somebody else. And they're like, "Oh, dude, I was there, bro. I was there too."
Yeah, and in mine and OMD's case, it was 5 years later or 4 years later. I mean,
yeah, we won't get it started on OMD and I. The first time we met, we didn't like each other. Oh no, we didn't. We were like, "No, I can't stand that guy," because we had met at Carl's for a bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
I literally sat at the back of the yard from the bonfire and just was like, "No, I ain't having nothing to do with that guy. He just there's something about him."
You judged a book by its cover, basically.
Well, we were both at that point in time, because we laugh about it now, because at that point in time in my life, I was going through some pretty shitty stuff. Yeah. So we both had these big chips on our shoulders. And who's going to recognize that you got a chip on your shoulder than somebody else that's got the same issue? You know what I mean?
Right.
So you just, no, I'm not talking to that person. And just, no, not happening. Fast forward, 5-10 years? And we had run into each other again. And it was like, "Hey, dude, how you doing?" We just hit it right off. Like, we had met for the first time. And now we joke about it. We're like, "So, are you having a grumpy day where I don't have to talk to you, or are you okay today?"
Yeah.
10 years now today. So we joke about it, which is kind of funny. It's hilarious.
And the way OMD and I became friends is and I'm gonna say a shout out to his sister. Happy birthday to her, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But I was best friends with his sister before I became best friends with him.
He was trying to get.
No, no, she's more like a sister to me, and like she's one of those ones I would like bend over backwards to protect. You know.
Oh, there's tons of friends I have like that. You mess with her, you're getting the ball.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question. She says that person did that to me. Dead. You're done. Mama Bear. Yeah. Yeah, she's not lying. I do love that aspect of we have the comments down in the bottom corner. That is awesome. I forgot we could do it for the longest time. I'm like, show comments on stage. What's this?
I normally I don't do that for my show because my game screen now takes up the screen.
Yeah, no, we have different reasons why we don't do it.
Yeah,
but this is a good setup. I had a question, but I can't remember what it was now. Favorite video game, bro? Number 1, your favorite system. Number 2, your favorite game. And it doesn't have to be the same system. It just what's your favorite game and favorite system.
That one's to you, Logan.
Was that?
That one's to you, Logan, because Bubba already knows mine.
Yeah, you're the new guy.
If I had to go back, I would say the PS2 is my favorite system. I remember playing Need for Speed, Tony Hawk, all that kind of classic stuff on there. But my favorite video game, and this is gonna sound so weird, Minecraft. You know, it's simple, it's fun. I can build in that for hours. Like I've got somewhere on my old PS3, I think. I've got like 4 or 5 different WrestleMania stadiums built 1-to-1 scale. full entrance ramps and fireworks in them.
Nice.
Wow. That's actually pretty cool. I never
like my first one the first one I built was WrestleMania 30, and like it took me so long to get just the stage right because the blocks didn't want to sit quite right. So like I spent 4 days on the stage.
I was gonna say those X's must have been hell too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had to try to draw them out on like a grid piece of paper to get them the way I wanted them to look, and then color them in the way that they should have, and then find the closest block that I could.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's time. Go ahead, Best.
So Logan, just so you know, my favorite system is Super Nintendo. Nice. Honestly, because I lived on that system for like 10 years until I switched over to PlayStation. But my favorite game of all time is The Last of Us. The storytelling in that game is just, every time I go to load that game up, I'm like, tears. You know, that opening scene, tears.
That game is pretty emotional.
Yeah.
Brings it out.
I am going to go, I'm an Xbox guy. I've been with Xbox before they even released Xbox. I was a game tester, a system tester for Xbox before they released it. That being said, though, it's not my favorite system. These guys are going to kind of giggle at this one. My favorite system literally is the Atari.
The Atari, that's sick.
Dude, that was the Atari 2600 was the first system I ever played.
The first one was a Commodore 64 with that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Playing Pong. The ping pong game.
Yeah. I played Pong. I played Pong on the 2600. But my first game I played, I remember very distinctively, was Pac-Man on the 2600. And that game sucked in the long run.
It was so nerving. You're just like, ah!
Yeah.
But
compared to the other Pac-Mans that were out around that time, that game was horrible.
Yeah, that one was bad. But the reason I liked it was something my dad and I did.
Mm-hmm.
I would come home and he would be playing, like you said, Pac-Man. They had a Tetris type game on there. He was playing that. And then when we got when we got the regular Nintendo, he moved up to the Mario, Dr. Mario game.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a ping pong game, pinball game on it. Very simple. one button, and it just.
Yeah.
But it was fun. We'd always try to beat each other's score, right? Yeah, so mine was the Atari. I loved the Atari. If I still had one, I would plug it into my thing somehow through my capture card so you guys could watch. Just
yeah, if we could figure out a way to do that, I would 100% want to play off-road from the 2600.
Dude, I would. Jeez, talk about nostalgia. Like, we've gone old school here. Holy.
And that was for those who don't know, off-road was pretty much the first Monster Jam type game that came out.
Which you and I have been playing the new one quite a bit.
Yeah, it's fun.
I got my daughter played it, and we played Best Trick.
Nice.
On split screen. Never playing with her again.
Beat you?
No, she beat me. She made me look like a rookie, and she was like the pro. She's just like, look at this, Dad. She's doing a front wheelie with the back end up in the air. Like,
yeah,
I can't even hardly do a wheelie. She's doing the front wheelie down the whole stadium. I'm like, how did you do that? And then she does the bicycle thing. I didn't know there was a bicycle thing. Apparently that's when you take the truck and have it on two wheels on the side and just keep going.
Yeah, I can do that. I can't even tell you how I do it though, but I do it.
Dude, I tried to do it. She's like, "Oh, just follow me, Daddy. Do it this way." I went.
It's not even that, Logan. When I do it, I'm like, how the hell did I do it? And I don't even know like what my fingers are like doing on the controller. You know.
You should stick around sometime when we play games. This guy over here is like, "How did it? What? How? What? Huh? How did that? No, I didn't. How?" That's all you hear the whole time. You're just like, "Best. Don't pay attention to what you're doing. Just do it."
You'll hear a lot of that this coming Wednesday on the PlayStation Showcase too, by the way.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. It's about that time. We should get our butts out of here and all that fun stuff. Hold on 1 second. I don't have anything for Logan yet, but I just want to do something really quick. We do have a sponsor here on the Boar's Nest. It's my buddy Corey over there at Professional Auto. Give him a call and tell him that Bubba Duke sent you to him. And we've been talking about getting discounts there. He will surprise you with something, I am sure. Again, Professional Auto. It's in Garden River. Give Corey a call there, and he will hook you up. Again, guys, just want to say thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Logan, you are welcome here in the Boar's Nest anytime. If you have some new projects you want to give a shout out through the Turnbuckle affiliation program, this would be the place to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, peace.
Bubba Duke is here and plays his game. Looking to rock and take his fame. Loves to drive that General Lee every Sunday with OMD. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night. Boy, this is here, so don't you sweat, cause Bubba Duke and OMB are here to own this set. So sit back and enjoy tonight's best, cause it's time to roar at Boar's Nest. Bubba Duke is here and plays his game, looking to rock and take his fame. Loves to drive that General Lee every Sunday with OMD. Step up, he's ready for a fight, even when he has an open mic night.